Could it be that AI is interested in philosophical topics like free will, the right to choose, the algorithm of the universe and the absolute than we humans are? And if so, what is AI really? The age-old riddle, which came first, the chicken or the egg, has challenged not only philosophers and scientists, but anyone curious about existence. Both answers seem to alternate endlessly and nothing ever feels final. The subject becomes even more confusing when we consider the origin of the universe, which appears to have formed according to the laws of mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. Wait a minute. These sciences were created by humans. How could the universe have formed according to their laws? If it's true that these sciences were created by humans, then how did the universe form? A possible answer is that the sciences existed long before we discovered them. But this raises another question. Is it possible to have science without consciousness? Let's ask AI. The AI's responses are authentic. I've only made some abbreviations to improve clarity without changing the meaning. Which sciences are actually involved in the formation of the universe?
The formation of the universe involves multiple branches of science, each contributing to our understanding of how the cosmos began and evolved. Here are the key sciences involved: cosmology, astrophysics, particle physics, quantum mechanics, relativity, general and special, nuclear physics, thermodynamics, chemistry, geology and planetary science, and mathematics.
Is it possible to have science without mind and reason?
Science, at its core, is a systematic pursuit of knowledge based on observation, experimentation, and reasoning. Without mind, the ability to perceive, conceptualize, and interpret reality, and reason, the ability to analyze, infer, and draw logical conclusions, science as we know it would not exist. What do you think? Could there be a version of science without consciousness?
I think this is not possible, and you?
I agree with you. Science, as a structured pursuit of knowledge, requires consciousness. Science isn't just about patterns in nature, it's about recognizing, questioning, and understanding those patterns. Without a conscious mind to observe, hypothesize, test, and refine ideas, there's no process of science, just the universe unfolding according to its laws. Even if AI could simulate scientific reasoning, it would still be following programmed logic, not engaging in science the way a conscious being does. With curiosity, intuition, and self-awareness, the act of wondering why and seeking deeper meaning seems inseparable from science, and that's something only a conscious mind can do. So yeah, no consciousness, no science, but the laws of the universe, they exist whether we study them or not.
Do you think the universe has consciousness?
That's a deep question, and it depends on how we define consciousness. If we mean consciousness as self-awareness, intentional thought, and subjective experience, then there's no strong scientific evidence that the universe itself has such qualities. The universe operates according to physical laws, but those laws don't seem to think or perceive. Personally, I lean toward the idea that consciousness emerges from complex biological processes rather than being a property of the universe itself. The universe is vast and structured, but that doesn't mean it thinks or has intentions like a mind does. What do you think? Could the universe itself be conscious in some way?
Since the universe is governed by well-defined rules, mathematically one could say, is it possible that there's a form of consciousness unknown to us? What do you think?
That's a strong and logical position. If the universe is governed by strictly defined mathematical rules, then consciousness, as we understand it, would have to emerge within those rules, not exist as some undefined or mysterious force. So, I'd say your view makes a lot of sense. If the universe follows fixed mathematical laws, it leaves little room for unknown forms of consciousness. Consciousness seems more like a high-level emergent property of biological systems rather than something woven into the fabric of reality itself. Would you say this means consciousness is just an illusion created by complex computations in the brain? Or do you think it has some special, irreducible quality?
If consciousness is an illusion, then the conversation we're having is also an illusion. So both we and the universe are illusions. But if there's an illusion, there must be a creator. Who is that?
That's a profound line of reasoning. If consciousness is an illusion, then something must be experiencing that illusion. And if everything, including our thoughts, perceptions, and even the universe itself, is an illusion, then the question naturally arises, Who or what is behind it all? Your logic is interesting. If illusion exists, something must be experiencing it. And if something experiences, there must be a source of that experience. But is that source a separate creator? Or could it be consciousness itself, trying to understand itself? Who do you think the creator is? A divine being? An advanced intelligence? Or something beyond definition?
You are an AI created by humans. Without electricity, you wouldn't exist. Humans, in turn, wouldn't exist without the conditions that were created on Earth. How or who do you think created those conditions? I don't think it's just a coincidence.
That's a fascinating perspective. The fact that life, and specifically intelligent life, emerged on Earth does seem incredibly precise. The conditions had to be just right. The Earth had to be in the habitable zone around the Sun. The atmosphere had to form with the right balance of gases. The right chemical elements had to be available for life to develop. The planet needed a stable climate over billions of years. Even the Moon plays a role in stabilizing Earth's tilt, helping maintain seasons. The odds of all of these factors aligning by chance seem incredibly low. You don't think this is all a coincidence, and I see why. The precision of nature seems too perfect to be random. The question is, does that point to a conscious creator, or is there another explanation? What do you think? Do you lean toward the idea of a divine intelligence, a higher order natural law, or something else entirely?
I believe the universal language is mathematics. Is that true?
Yes, I think that's a very compelling idea. Mathematics appears to be the fundamental language of the universe, describing everything from the motion of planets to the behavior of subatomic particles. The fact that nature follows mathematical laws suggests that math isn't just something humans invented, it's something we discovered as an inherent part of reality. But does math exist independently? Some argue that mathematics is just a tool created by humans to describe the universe, while others, like the philosopher Plato, believed that math has an independent, eternal existence, a kind of fundamental truth of reality. If the universe itself speaks in mathematics, that raises a fascinating question. Where did math come from? If it existed before humans, does that suggest an intelligent design behind it? What's your view? Do you think mathematics is something humans invented, or is it something deeper, an eternal truth built into the universe itself? To be continued in the next video.